Okay guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be about how to install LED headlight bulbs to your car. Now, I am going to be installing these to the black BMW E60. Now, if many of you guys know, 2 years ago when I started YouTube, I actually fitted xenon HIDs with the whole ballast system into the car. But as technology advanced, they've now created LEDs which are much brighter than the normal gas xenon bulbs which are powered by the ballasts. Therefore, we're going to be removing them and installing LED headlight bulbs. Now, many of you guys would have seen me already install these. These are the Novasight LED headlight bulbs. These are the H7s. And I do have the adapters because I know many of you commented on my previous video asking where to get them, and I will link them adapters because I have found them now. They run out of stock on Amazon with the bulbs as well. Now, these are going to be fitted on the BMW E60. I am going to be taking out the old xenon HIDs as well, the ballast, and we're going to install these right to it. These shouldn't be hard. The adapters go straight onto the bulbs and you just plug them straight in. So let's go to the BMW 60 and show you how to install these. Just want to make a quick reference. I know a lot of people are going to say these are illegal to put in without no projectors, but I just want to make a lot of you guys aware. The car's been for MOT now, and it just passed MOT literally 3 days ago, and it passed with the same xenon HID bulbs it's had in since day one, as you guys would have seen me install them. The MOT tester did tell me they don't check the aim on the bulbs and they can't tell if they're dazzling or not dazzling anybody, and it's not a failure, because I know many people keep saying this is a failure and it blinds people. Well, it's actually not. I've passed MOT with LEDs in all the time on all my cars you guys seen. I put on my X5 and I'm on my E46. They've always passed without fault. I know a lot of people get angry about this and say that it's dazzling them, blinding them. I get that, but everyone to their own. Like I say, I don't really drive the cars much at night. Therefore, I do install them. They look a lot brighter. And when it's still like only dust outside, not very dark, they do work actually faultlessly, especially where I live, where the roads are all dark. So if you do live on dark roads, these will help improve your lighting. And especially if you've got the old yellow lighting, upgrade to these, because these will make your car look better and visibility will be much, much better than your previous headlights. Not going to talk anymore. Let's get onto this video. I'm going to show you how to properly install these LED headlight bulbs to your car.
What? Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo. When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you.
Okay guys, so as you'll see here, this is what I did wiring a couple of years ago, and as you see there, I had to make a hole in the cap to install the xenon HID bulbs to have the wires coming out. This is what we're going to be removing here, and if we just turn this cap, you'll notice, we'll just get that out of the way. So if you see here now, remove the cap, all the wiring's inside here. We're going to be taking all that out so we can install LED headlights. It's not a hard job to do. I'm just going to snip this off, take off the ballast, and then just install the LED bulbs into the headlights. Should be able to get my hand in there and unclip them, take that out, and then put the LED one straight in without actually taking the headlights out. I managed to install these without taking the headlights out, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. So if you'll see all here, this is where all the xenon and the ballast is. We're going to cut all that out and then take off the headlight bulb itself and remove that. So we're just going to get our pliers, we're going to cut the cable tie holding this on, just like that. Then what we're going to do is now just release the bulb, which is in this housing. And there we go. That's the xenon bulbs out and the cap. And we've got all the xenon bulbs out and the ballast out. We will keep these because we never know if we're going to need them again. So we'll keep it because we might be able to install this to another car because they're still fully working. Even after 3 years, they still were working, which just shows how good quality these were when I bought them. Now, if you see here, these are the LEDs, and as you'll see right there, the holders around them already. I'm going to be showing you how to install this holder to it to lock it into place. But that's the holder, and that's what locks in to the bulb itself in the housing. We're going to go down to housing so I can actually install it. So I managed to install one of them, and I just want to show you what you've got to do is take this locking clip off, and these are the clips right here. Now what you're going to want to do is put that over the top of the bulb here. You're going to want to stretch this out a bit, and then you're going to want to put your locking clip back on. You're going to want to stretch this back to make sure this aligns. Then you're going to want to get the clip right here and make sure it aligns, and you're going to want to push down and just turn it to make sure it locks in to place. Then like that, so now it's locked in place. You can now position it. Now that's in position, ready to go into the other headlight when we're ready. But you see, that's how you do the locking clips, so they're that way round. Because many people don't seem to show you online how to do that. You just got to work it out. But these are the way, and you know, because on the headlight, these are the locking clips. They got them in position where they lock this way and the locks that way, and they turn onto the screws to lock the bulb in position. That's done. You want to be able to lock them like that because you want the LED bulb where it's pointing towards that way. Like I said, I've done this many times. You need to make sure they're locked in. Bearing in mind these are H7, so these are going to need the clips. Make sure all of them, their links will be in the description, ready to go and buy, as well as these LEDs for you to go and buy as well. We've already installed one of them. Then you just want to slot it into place and just turn it in so it locks in position. Very simple, very easy. Pull it in the holder and just turn it and lock it. And then what you've got to do is you're going to have to check the electricity points after to make sure they're powering up correctly on the bulbs, otherwise you've got to turn them around, vice versa. So now we're going to move on to the other bulb. Now we've installed this one. Very, very simple to do indeed. Like I say, you just locate your hand in there, find the locking clips, and then just position it in, and that one's in already and it's holding very tight, so we don't need to worry about that one. Okay guys, so what I've done here is I took the headlight unit out so you can see me install the bulb. So if you'll see here, this is the bulb we're going to be installing with the adapter. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to locate inside the bulb, which is right here. Then we're just going to want to get it inside there if we can. Okay guys, as you see there, we finally got it installed, and you'll see it's all on all the clips everywhere, which you'll see everywhere here and here. This was not easy to install. What you have to do is you need to get the locking ring, drop it in the hole here. Then you're going to get your clip, your locking clip, pull it on top, lock it in place, and then you're going to have to put a screwdriver there to bend this to fix into the actual hole around the headlight socket itself assembly. It's really, really not easy whatsoever to actually do. It took me quite a while sitting there fiddling, having to take the headlight out to actually be able to do that, because you will not get it in just by normal turning it. Headlight's gonna have to come out for you to be able to install all the bracket around there, as you see, and it is locked in place. It's very, very tight now. It ain't going nowhere. Now it's locked in. So that's the first one done, and we need to move on to the second one and do that one. But I will try and record doing this one so you guys get to see how it's actually done. Okay guys, so now we're gonna remove this headlight. So as I was telling you here, what you're going to want to do with these is you're going to want to insert that right there. So now we've got the bulb. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put this over the top here, like that. Then you're just going to want to put this over and then lock that, as you see, like that. Now, what you will notice is these have to be pushed down. They can't be too up, and I'll show you why. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to locate the position of the bulb inside here. Now, many of you are going to think that it's not going to fit because of this. If you see in there, it looks like it's not going to fit, the holder's sticking out too much. So then what you do, you just get a screwdriver and prise it into place. Once you've got the locking clips in place, because the whole idea is that of this is meant to make a tight connection. Once you push it in with the screwdriver, all the metal clips, what you should have is you need to get all the metal inside the holder itself, so from the little new clips, and that's what you want to do, is just prise it in, because it ain't obviously machined properly. You just got to bend it into place so they lock in, and as you see they go tight. Then here's your connector. We don't know which way they're going to go around you, which way they're going to work, so what you're going to want to do, just plug them in, make sure you leave yourself enough room to be able to get in there if need be and change them around. We want to push all this in here into the bulb as well, so it's not showing. Okay guys, so the LEDs are now installed, as you'll see here, and trust me guys when I tell you this, these are not easy to install one bit, especially on these headlights, because the clips don't fit perfectly in the sockets on the housings on these lights, so you have to make them fit. Let's go over to here, and if you'll see there, that's the other one. They're both in perfectly, so we're just going to go ahead and test them and put them on, and we'll see how they look. So if you can see here, these are the LED bulbs that are fitted to the car, and I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, but it's scattering the beam, it's doing this, it's doing that. You're right, it is indeed, but at the same time, as I told you, these are not an MOT failure. So if you are looking to purchase them and install them in your car, you can go and do that. Here's the other side, perfectly lit up as well. They're both working, both facing perfectly. Just the clips I'd be a bit more careful with. I'm trying to get ones that are not Chinese or not proper original ones. There must be ones out there that are good and fit straight away, because they have given me a lot of issues just fitting them. So it has took longer than usually it would on any other car, fitting them to this car. But I must say, it makes them look much brighter. They got a faster power up time compared to the other HIDs that I had in here. They take a long time to come on, and they warm up and warm up and warm up and get brighter as they warm up. These are instantly warmed up and instantly bright the moment they come on. So much more better lighting. So I do believe if you are looking to change your car to LEDs, they're the best ones to actually change over to. I'm using this same make Nova Sight in my X5, my A60 now, and I used them in the E46 with no issues. I managed to sell them, still working perfectly, with no issues either. Okay guys, so there you have it. I've just shown you now how to install LED headlight bulbs to your car. As you would have seen, I would have installed the Nova Sight LED bulbs to my BMW E60. I will link these and the adapters in the description below. I'll also pin it to the comments for you guys to go and check it out and buy it if you want these for your BMW. And if you're coming from another car, most cars these days use H7 bulbs. Some will use H4, some will use, it's all different, and it all depends on your manufacturer as well. But this day and age, they make LED bulbs for all cars on the road. Doesn't matter which one it is, you just got to know your bulb code. Go and put it in Amazon, you will be able to click it and then buy the right bulbs for your car. As I did state, these are not an MOT failure in the UK, not at all. You can go and speak to any MOT tester and they'll tell you the same thing. These will not fail the MOT. Fair enough, it's going to blind oncoming traffic, but if you put your dip beam down and you've got level adjustment, you aim it down, it shouldn't blind people. I have them in my car all the time and I don't blind people because I have the dip beam focused down. I mean, if you're using them in your main beam lights, which is your high beam, it'd be a different story, you'd be blinding people all the time. But on your dip beam, just aim the levels down, and that way it's only for you, so you can brighten up the road and you don't need to brighten up the whole area and illuminate it so you're blinding oncoming traffic. It's very, very simple. I don't get nobody flashing me, telling me, calling me this, calling me that for having them on my car, because I'm doing it properly. Most cars these days come with auto level adjustment, just a level and you'll be perfectly fine. So I hope this video is going to help you, and if you have found this video and you're looking to install LED bulbs, it is a very, very good upgrade to have, and it improves your visibility on your car, especially on old cars. So thank you very much for watching this. BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.